Because for each of we had different sections in our track, and we were all part of the film and media track. And we have to have a group project.
We will be getting that on tape.
I talked to Jason to do a film in the summer already. So
It should be interesting considering we just learned the scene today.
Are we good to go?
Places, 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 everybody.
we had a brainstorming session, and so in that meeting, we had to come up with something what we want to film.
We just all got in the room, and you know, we just kind of prayed together and stuff.
We wanted to do something that's on God's heart.
We were just trying to think of a story, you know, to use. And one of the guys on our crew, David Thompson, he brought up there's this commercial where this person becoming president, and there's these montages of video sequence where you see there's a young guy that's walking up to a subway train. He sees a girl through the window. He sees the power, the potential of what can happen if he gets together with this girl, and so he changes his ticket and he gets on the train. And so so David said, what if we did something like that but with abortion?
And that just was the spark. And then David and Daniel and Jason start putting the story together.
The biggest part of the process at the beginning was deciding who's going to do what.
So we're all beginners. Well, let's say we're all advanced beginners.
As the intern leading the whole group, I guess in some ways I was a producer by default.
And who are you? And what do you do?
I'm the daddy. Producer is the one that just kind of is like the one that gets everyone together and gets everything going and making sure everything gets done. I had a relationship with Alex. I knew his experience, I knew his expertise.
So I'm Alex from Germany, and I'm the camera guy.
I knew he would provide a great leadership for the project. As it evolved, as we started finding a story, we really didn't have a director. And we were hosting a booth at an event called Arts in Motion. And I noticed that Nathan was there, and I started watching him.
Hi, I'm Nathan Zieber. I'm in second year, and I've actually had zero film experience before.
And I just could see a passion that his heart was really in film. And
I've had ideas that I've shared with Alex, and Alex is like, well, we can't do it that way. That's not how a camera works, so that's not how this is done. That's not a law of filmmaking. And I'm like, oh, well, good to know now. So I feel incredibly honored, and I get to learn and kind of direct at the same time. So it's like I get to pick up what I'm learning and use it almost right away. So it's really powerful among powerful people, and it's humbling, but at the same time it's empowering.
Yeah.
I don't care about homework. I want to do the movie. This bottom section is for the director only, or for casting. So fill out the rest. And
I'm Clara Srammer and I'm auditioning for a friend. Alone in this, Jen, you know that.
I'm scared. What if it doesn't work out? I really just want it all to go away.
awesome.
Between those two, I didn't feel a lot of like chemistry between them. You know, like friendship-wise, I was just like.
You should tell them. Just be honest and saying we actually like you as more. You have the look, like visually, you seem like you have the acting skill. We're trying to make this decision.
When we connected with Kim, she really took a lot of stress off of me.
How do we say that? We're having everyone in the garage while
we're filming.
We're filming.
Nathan and Jason already knew my history as far as being an editor and having done those things, and so they asked me to be assistant director.
She's a great administrator, and we had a void in that area.
Lauren was supposed to be assistant director, and then she got the main role of Sarah.
Is this like an exercise machine? Wait till I put my...
Most of the shows I've been in have been comedies.
Like, shove a bunch of stuff underneath me, and then we just constantly
they're all trying it with Shawn right now. Quick while they're doing this. Let's do it at once, Shawn. Get this all at once. Go!
I hate you! It's okay. It's okay. Practicing for giving birth someday when I'm married.
Yes, most of my characters have been more comedic roles, so this was probably the most dramatic. Well, personally in my life, I've never experienced such an intense situation.
Can't even look at you.
But Dad!
Now, the dad scene, when I look through the footage, how Joey, and he looks at her and he's trying to read her, and his eyes are going, his eyebrows, and like, man, that's exactly how a dad would do it. That's how, it was so real.
Joey, he blew it away by creating something that was said without being said.
Joey's great. I mean, he makes you feel like you know what you're doing. He always has a million ideas. He's been doing this stuff for years. And so he's one of the professionals, the actual professionals that we have helping us.
Oh, no. No, you didn't.
I'm like trying to save my tears.
No, you didn't. We better not start getting the giggles.
No, we can't start it yet. Not yet.
I think there's no giggles on Nathan's set. I'm not sure.
No.
That's what I thought.
Sure. I like to be a social person, but the other side of me, I'm very black and white. I'm very, this is how it's going to be done, at least for me. And so when I'm in that mode and Joey's like, let's do this, and I'm just like, no. So it was stretching, and it teach me how to have fun.
All right. Now you got some daddy issues.
Joey had to look like he came from work.
He walked in scene with a almost clean t-shirt on. It had grease stains on it, but it's not the type of stuff you'd find for his character. He's a construction worker. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's get you outside and let's start rubbing dirt on it.
It looks too fresh, if you know what I mean. You're gonna ruin their plans.
I think they're already dead.
I think you're great.
Just
yeah, you're
hopefully
good.
that's not poison ivy or anything.
Wouldn't that be funny?
And he's trying.
Are you gonna roll around on the floor some more?
Well, I was trying to get it like a good smudge. I know how to do it.
I was looking for him actually on set, and they said, oh, he's outside. He's trying to get into costume or whatever. So I walk outside, and he's rolling around in the middle of the street.
It's the dedication of a real actor.
And I'm like, oh, okay, that's awesome.
And it's funny because the one time you need to get dirty on your clothes, it's not working. And so I go up and I pick up just a pile of dirt nearby.
The rubbing the boot.
Make a wish.
I'm like, this is a lot more moist than the other stuff we were just rubbing on his shirt. I don't know what that was. I don't think. And then you smell this aroma.
That doesn't smell like dirt.
I don't know what it is.
Inside, I'm screaming, I'm going to cut off my hand.
I don't know if they have cats around here or what, but it didn't smell like dirt. This would be a special mixture, created only here in Reading. Special effects company. Our director, Nathan, has connections.
He kept a straight face during all the scenes, and I hope he burned the shirt afterwards, but yeah. We found a name.
Yay!
The name was something that we had a lot of difficulty getting to.
We came up with so many names and didn't like any of them. Sarah's Choice.
A lot of them sounded really cheesy.
Titles that are like this long. And I thought we need something that's short. And we were looking at CareNet. What is Sarah going through when she's sitting there at the abortion clinic? I realized there's 3 things that you go through. The first step is the person comes in, the girl comes in, hey, I'm pregnant, I want to abort my baby. And then the second time they get an appointment, that's step 2, to have them examined, how far are they in the pregnancy. And then step 3, or the third step, is you have an appointment to have the tissue removed. It suddenly dawned on me, third step. She's not taken that third step.
It's really cool because it's a play on words as well, and so she doesn't end up taking the third step that everybody thinks she's going to be taking. There is a powerful element to, like, an expectation, like the third step meaning, you know, the actual abortion. But what did she choose?
We always have a choice, and that choice will always take us somewhere.
Right, the most fun, definitely the boyfriend scene.
I definitely like the boyfriend scene the most.
It's the best, I mean, the best scene. The whole thing, how we had no rain.
We shot this shot last week, but the sun came out and it didn't rain, so we're reshooting it.
Okay, everybody.
The first lever.
Raining.
We need to do a rain dance. So
That's it.
Do a rain
It's coming.
Rain dance. Thank you, Jesus. We need the rain. Look how much more rain there is here than over here. I think your dancing was better than.
I didn't want to say anything.
We might have to help a little bit with the water hose, but at least we got a good background.
And then Matt made the rain happen.
This guy's trying to take my job.
Are you union? All these independent contractors trying to step into my union job.
Avoiding the rain was a little bit difficult, but it's definitely a very cold day.
It's a little tense around here. You know, Blake's kind of in a grumpy mood. He's out smoking a cigarette.
Mom, it's my third one too.
Right now, you know, I'd be upset too. But, his girlfriend's pregnant too. So it's actually based on a true story. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
6 o'clock in the morning, waiting on the bus. It's always late. Always late. Is it? Huh? I don't want to just be sucking on this all day. That was nasty. I'm burning through these really quick and I need to like hurry up because I don't want to smoke another one. Oh, soggy tobacco. I'm not into soggy tobacco. I realize my accent's probably changed like 4 times. I hope my mom doesn't see this.
Yeah, from an acting standpoint, those were the best pair. Justin and Lauren.
I assume you mean Lauren and Blake and Justin and Sarah.
See, I always get Justin's name confused because I called him Justin or called him Brian.
Brian, Ralph, George, whatever.
My name's James.
They were taking notes what I would call him because I just get confused. There's so many names. But in between, they had a lot of fun.
It's gonna be sexy. Roll it out. Right.
Dad mad at her, won't help, you know, whatever, and then she's pregnant. She got pregnant. This is when she first felt those weeks. Oh, Justin Bieber stuff. He busted out right after Lauren said, "I'm pregnant." He started singing, "Baby, baby, ooh," and however the song goes.
Justin, I'm pregnant.
Baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 no.
And they did all this choreography. She got into it with them, and so that was pretty funny.
There was so much joy that was on the set, just being shown by cast and crew alike. Just the amount of fun we had, even with some of the scenes being as hard as they were to shoot and whatnot. People were being silly. They were actually setting up bloopers that they could do. It was like, how many different bloopers can we get into this scene?
All of a sudden, my daughter's Pat Benatar. Hold on now. I can't even look at you. Wow.
Oh, there's the blooper.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I got it.
Sometimes things just happen so easily. You don't have to, a lot of things when you're planning a project like this, you're thinking about, where's the money going to come from? How are you going to get this? I know particularly I spent a lot of time researching and looking into how to get a hospital bed.
And it would be $50 a day to rent it. And I'm a member that this store, Epperson, is at the airport. They have everything.
It's like an auction flea market place. You go out there and it looks like a dump. I mean, just piles of junk everywhere.
So I said to Jason, let's just go there. Let's see what they have.
Alex is like, oh, we need like an end table for, we're just trying to find some little things.
And so we drive up and we park the car, and the first thing we see is a hospital bed. And the lady that works there, she knows me, and she's always giving me like fantastic prizes. And I thought, you know what? If we ask her if we can use it for a day, she'll let us use it. And so we talked to her, and she says, oh yeah, and we have all this other medical stuff. It's like over there and over there and over there. And then most of the stuff that's in the hospital room that we're filming is all from there. And we didn't have to pay anything. We just had to come pick it up and then bring it back the next day. Then there's Caleb. His dad owns a TV station. I ran into him a few weeks before that and found out who he is, and then I wanted to see if I can talk to his dad. And then the next morning I talked to his dad, met him, and his dad said, anything we have, you can use anything you want.
We're going to try and use this microphone, even though it's gonna sound like crap. Alex's microphone on the camera. All of a sudden somebody's like, well, we'll give you all the sound equipment you want and all the lighting you want. And we're like, wow.
If whatever we have, you can have it. And just let us know if you don't use it. You can use whatever we have, whether it's lights, the camera, the boom mic, like all that stuff. We had, just take it. So I went there, and I almost took probably 80% of all the equipment was in my trunk.
It was fun playing with the kids on the floor. And just interacting with the kids, they always bring a lot of joy.
Let me see your belly button. What's this?
My niece, Becca.
And what are you doing today?
She's a great actress. I think she'll be famous one day because she's like a walking musical. She makes up stories everywhere she goes, and she lives them.
And I got a golden medal when I did.
You got a golden medal?
So I picked her, and initially I was going to pick someone that was a friend of hers, but they couldn't do it, and so we were on hanging out at Joey's pre-production, and Logan was there, and he's Joey's nephew.
I'm Logan.
Logan, and what are you doing today?
I'm looking.
He's very coachable. There was this one point where I told him, okay, when I squeeze your hand, you point over there and say, look, Daddy, the birds, or something like that. And And he did it right on cue.
I could tell him, okay, we're just going to do this, and then you could go do this. And they're like, okay, like they're so excited to be involved. And I think if you could get that type of expectation with adults, that it'd be much easier to work with them.
It's scene 17, shot 5, take 1. We've been here 2 days now.
Well, to laugh now. It was good and it was challenging at the same time. There's no room in
So just text me time.
Yeah, Jason.
And we didn't end up with 2 rooms like we originally thought?
No. After we say action, where does Danny gonna go? Then it's better if everybody else is on. Because then it's hard not to shoot someone in the room.
Daniel's gonna go back there, I'm gonna go back there. Behind the door.
There were a few hard moments.
Let him and them coach her on how it sounds, like how her acting is.
Okay.
Sorry. Just tell us how it sounds.
Quiet on the set!
Okay, cut. There's a metronome going over.
I can hear it, yeah.
They're like, okay, we're fine, just woo, keep going. But it was all good.
Sometimes we would run into each other's positions and responsibilities, but then we worked it out. We just started to serve each other because we're not professionals, we're friends.
You did right, right in front.
Okay. And you hold it?
Yeah, hold it.
And then you
so you could match it.
That's a perfect clap right there.
So why do you clap again?
Because the audio needs to pick up the clap. And the camera needs to show where it meets. So
I'll show you the clap.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job.
Sometimes the pressure can get you, you know. It just turns into a flop.
See, that's how it was. It's terrible.
It'll be funny looking at all the clips afterwards and seeing all the different hands.
Scene 12, shot 1, take 1. Mark.
Clap on, clap on, clap on, clap on. Another clapper.
Action.
Come here. We were in the hotel room, and I was telling my wife that I loved her and I didn't want to lose her. Amy, you know that I love you. Nathan, our director, started playing some jazz music. And I don't want to lose you.
Sing it.
Listen to this
Sing
smooth
it.
jazz all
Come on,
night long.
sing it.
Was that on purpose?
I'm like, sing to me, come on!
It's like, and I want to be with you all night. I just went into like this character, you know.
Be a little closer. Hey, baby. Come on over here by the fire.
There was one point in the film when it's been the most difficult, but also is the most challenging, but the most rewarding, is getting ready for the scene where John meets Sarah in the hospital for the first time.
It's so long.
There's a line that John says in the film. He's outside the door and he's in the hallway. He's like, she's in there. He's like, I can't go in there. I can't do this. And I used that to prepare myself to act as well. It's like the whole week leading up to him, like when I walk through that door, my life is going to change.
And I think that's what this film is about. It's like choosing to do something, even though we have nothing. It's like we have nothing to back it up, but we choose the right decision despite what our circumstances say. So I was just like, yes.
I think we all have the choice when things happen to us in life, that we can let it make us feel miserable and affect all of our other choices, or we can accept it, the situation, and move on.
Personally, I think I feel like if a woman wants to make that choice,
I'm not ready for this.
I have a lot of compassion for that. Like, a woman that had an abortion, I would not even a sliver think that she's less a woman than if she didn't have one. Like, to me, it's exactly the same.
We're filming. We're on lunch break, where we're filming at the Sandahl, and this older couple walks in and sits at the cafe. Now we've got all our film equipment and stuff piled around, so I go, who are you filming with? Where I go, Bethel, there's a church near here. They're like, oh, we've heard of it. And I begin to sit down and just talk with them. I didn't tell them what the script was about at all, but I told them what my heart was for media, just about just making it relatable to people outside of the church. And I'm like, that's so cool. And somehow she started sharing and spilling her heart with how when she was young, she had an abortion, and her boyfriend left her, her dad left her, and her best girlfriend was the only girl, or the only person who stood with her the entire thing, which is our exact script. And she had no idea, so I was like, well, you just described our script to us. And I told her what our script was, and she's just like, wow, that's crazy. She's like, I'm glad this girl doesn't have the abortion, because I've been carrying this weight for 20, 25 years. And she had told me she was Lutheran earlier. I was like, well, like, you asked God for forgiveness, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, when you did, God threw that so far out to see that he doesn't remember it. He hasn't remembered it since then, and that, like, he hasn't stopped loving you. His love for you hasn't changed even when you did that. And she's just started to tear up, and she didn't break down crying, but she just a single tear came down her face. She's like, you are the type of people that make life worth living.
I'll
That's
let you
awesome.
guys do what
All right,
you need to
it's good to meet you guys.
Nice to
See you
meet
later.
And Nathan, thank you again.
For sure, definitely. See you guys.
My passion has been from the beginning, you know, just to do film. I mean, just to make something. So, I mean, I think coming into it, there wasn't a lot of like, oh, I've been wanting to do this film forever. I mean, the story has been evolving the whole time, and so that's actually something I really enjoy, is just discovering things as they go.
I love it. There's something about it. It's hard to explain, but it just makes me come alive.
So this is a dream come true. And it's hard work, but I loved it. I mean, 12 hours go by and you go like, wow, it's been 12 hours.
I think another short film would be pretty sweet. I think it'd be a whole nother experience going into it, because we have the experience going into it.
I would love to work with them again, and I think Nathan is thinking too small. I think we need to go for feature-length films with $1 million budget.